The Eastside Institute for Short-Term Psychotherapy is an international research and training center for new approaches to human development and community. Dr. Lois Holzman is the Institute's Director of Research and Educational Programs.
Our unique approach to human growth and learning has led to several programs that are at once cultural, educational, and therapeutic. One of the most dramatic success stories is the All-Stars Talent Show Network, a development program for inner-city youth.
From humble beginnings in a church basement in the South Bronx, one of New York City's poorest neighborhoods, the All-Stars Talent Show Network has become, in 2 decades, the country's largest and most successful educational and therapeutic anti-violence program for inner-city youngsters. The All-Stars involves 20,000 young people, ages 5 to 25, in cities across the country who create talent shows in their neighborhoods, supported by hundreds of middle-class and wealthy adults. Dr. Lois Holzman, a developmental and educational psychologist, has been with the All-Stars since the beginning and is delighted to have seen it come of age.
We decided to go behind the scenes of the talent show to see what we could discover. We trained 3 young leaders of the All-Stars to conduct research on their program. I've been doing research for 30 years now, and I've learned that the best way to do it is to have fun with it. Development is a joyous experience, and studying the All-Stars really drove that point home. So we came to you, Mary and I came to you on behalf of the Eastside Institute to invite you to participate in a research project with us, right? To us, this difference between behaving and performing has always been big. Like All-Stars helps in situations of potential misbehaving to create something through performance that might be growthful instead of destructive. And we thought that how to take what you had all said, which is we should follow a few kids, but we think that who should be followed is you.
You want to call it an interview or a discussion?
A discussion.
Discussion.
How big do we want these groups though?
What 3 groups we gonna do when?
Now how y'all gonna talk to these people?
I gotta write out a script.
No, I hate scripts.
Like, hello, this is Lisa from Development School for You. And I speak to Corey.
Can't we just like have thoughts come in? Just thoughts, people's thoughts?
This is gonna take a
It's not gonna take that long.
You just came off stage audition, right?
Yeah.
You auditioned already. So how do you feel right now?
I feel alright. I feel happy because this is my first time actually on stage singing.
You don't feel not nervous?
I've been dancing all my life.
Yeah, we all have.
We've just another audition.
Yeah, we've done stuff.
So you've performed on stage before together?
Yeah, for Broadway.
Tell me how you feel right now after auditioning.
Oh, I feel kind of upset because I don't think I did a good job. Because I was so nervous when I got up there and I kind of messed up. Well, everybody's telling me you did fine, but to me, I rate myself. And you know, from a 1 to 10, I give myself a 1.
Yeah?
Yes, that's how bad I feel about my performance.
When y'all hear the word behavior, what does it mean to you?
The way you act.
Obedience, respect,
The way you act.
Your behavior, like when you're in public or be it with your family or your girl or whatever, the way you act.
Behavior, the way you conduct yourself, your attitude, the way people perceive you in your life, the way you maintain yourself every day.
What did you do in school that makes you think that you behave?
I respect my teacher.
Think y'all behave while you're in school?
Oh, of course. It's all about just doing your homework, have some respect, don't say nothing, don't talk, that's it, and you'll pass.
What you have to do.
No summer school, no nothing.
Do what you have to do.
When you think of the word performance, what do you think?
Dancing, singing, poetry reading. Performances, that's my heart. That's what I do.
Performance for me is expressing my personality.
Like when you hear the word perform, what do you think about?
To try my best.
Everybody perform anyway. I mean, you can perform anywhere. Performance is somebody fronting in the street right now.
When you perform, you can pretend.
I could say performance is like to show others what talent we got, you know what I mean?
I guess it's being extraordinary and find everybody else ordinary. It's a creative way of being, and that's extraordinary in itself.
I think you did a fantastic job.
I didn't know what to expect going in it, like going to interview all these young people, all around the same age as me. I didn't know what to expect.
I just felt like Sam Donaldson or somebody. I felt like somebody.
We kept saying Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah, we kept saying.
I kind of had a lot of fun because you got to sit and talk with some of the performers and really like kind of pick their brain.
They all came to the All-Stars for one thing. I was to perform on stage, but it was like they all were different.
A lot of like singers and dancers and little kids and older kids and individual rappers and rap groups.
But I felt a lot better when when the person gave more. Then it kind of made our job easier.
How did you think you all performed, the three of you?
I think I got better as I went along.
Yeah, he did get better.
I think
he did.
Because the first one I did, I think I did it by myself.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, let me ask these questions. And then it was like, at a certain point, I wasn't even asking questions that was on the paper anymore.
We were just like...
I was just, whatever, like based on what they said, I would ask a question on that.
Yeah.
And, that's when I knew, I was like, okay, well, I'm getting into this.
I think we all got better, actually, because when they said things, we wanted to know why, so we asked them why, or if they said something a little bit too small, we asked them to explain or expand on it.
The first two groups you spoke to, when you said, what is behavior, they're like, where'd you come from? What planet are you from? What are you asking? I don't understand.
What is behavior to you?
Behavior. Could you rephrase the question?
I don't know. I mean, what do you mean by that? I really don't understand what you mean by behavior.
And as you went along, you reframed the question.
Yeah.
When you saw there was a response of blankness, you reframed it.
Give me an example of like when you're behaving.
Always.
Bad. You're always
She's
behaving.
always behaving. We have degrees of badness here.
I think that that performance question really threw me for a loop because most of them kept saying something about being on stage.
Performing is just being free on stage and doing what you like.
We're gonna get up on the stage and do what we gotta do or whatever it is.
On stage, it's like a whole different me. It's LZR. It's not Wayne. I mean, it's LZR.
At one point, I was like, why is everybody saying,
Yeah, because we're so used to...
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not...
everyday life.
Yeah.
It seemed like some of them were thinking that maybe they're trying to talk about performance in everyday life, but nobody really said it.
You're performing like everywhere you go because it's like people are always watching you.
You perform when you go to work. You perform when you wake up in the morning. Perform when you go to school.
There was this other glimmer of performing has something to do with other people watching you.
Yeah.
That was interesting to me. Like
because a lot of them said that performing to them is going up on the stage and making the crowd happy.
Performance means letting out my feelings and let the audience feel what I'm feeling.
I think of making the crowd feel what you're doing.
All of them, when they said behavior was something that was bad. It was like, behavior automatically was something bad.
Like, she behaves bad in school, or she behaves bad here.
Yeah.
They didn't think about just behavior.
So when you hear the word behavior, what does that mean to you?
Like bad performance.
When you hear of behavior, it's not when you do something good half of the time.
Yeah.
It's only when you misbehave, when you're doing something you're not supposed to do.
No, when you hear behavior, like behave yourself, you know.
I mean, some people said it in other ways, but we had to get that out of them. We had to actually ask them, well, is behavior only something that's bad?
I see what you're saying. It could be that what we're now identifying is people's first response, like those people who went with negative for behavior or the stage with performance. But then when you keep asking, and that's the importance of keeping, don't stop with that one first answer. Ask what else, or what about in school, or what about this, what you were doing. And I think you'll get more varied responses. The way you ended was really lovely. You thanked people and you went around and you shook their hands, and it was so now you have to do even better.
You up for it?
Yes.
You up for it?